everybody. Good morning. I hope you are all well. Hold on, I gotta adjust this camera. This is driving me nuts. Driving me nuts. There we go. Now I'm looking right at you. Last Thursday was my wife and I's anniversary, and we had gone out, and she wanted to run into Kohl's. Now, when she runs into Kohl's, which is the department store, because some of you might be overseas and see this later, that's going to take about 45 minutes. I said, I'll stay in the car. Okay. We were on our way out. We were going to go grab something. What's up, Dan? How are you? And I decided to check out because of actually Dan. He had said, you know, my mind was really changed about Descent, and I don't want to talk about Descent, but I want to hit on some points here. He said, go check out Rob's gaming table. And I decided to check it out. I had looked at it before I did my review and saw some of his playthrough, and I think I spent like 5-10 minutes, and I went, wow, look at the production, look at this, look at all these different things. So he was actually live when I was sitting in the car, and I said, I really want to watch this. I go, because he's really doing a fantastic job with this game. Armando, how are you? And I went in there, and I started watching a few minutes. I was there for a while, and I don't say anything. Nothing I hate more than when to distract or take away from a fellow YouTuber by saying, hey, how you doing? People, a decent amount of people know I have a channel. I'm nobody, but to be honest, if somebody recognizes me, it takes the focus off what they're trying to accomplish. Now, people like my good friend Dale and some other channels that come in here, they're regulars here, so people just say hi to them and it doesn't distract me, and it's good to see them. So I started watching this, and then some things had happened, and I tried to respond. And the reason I'm saying this is because I didn't get my say. There were some things that were said that were extremely false, and basically didn't make sense, because, and I'm not going to go into it, but I want to make a few corrections. And when I had some people go take a look at it, well, the next day or a couple days later, because I wanted to figure out how I wanted to handle this, and I don't want to be negative, okay, and I'll handle that little comment too, but it was edited out of the video, out of a six and a half hour video. What was done was edited out. And Rob, I want to thank you for that. Now, I reached out to Rob in the comments, and when I was trying to do the comments, I was behind on the things that were being said, and I couldn't answer everything correctly because I'm trying to do it from a phone in a car, and I don't have my glasses, and I can't, my reading glasses. So I'm trying to do talk to text, and I sound like a complete moron. So why am I bringing this up now? Because there's things that were not boiling, but were inside me that I wanted to get out, that I was hoping to talk with this guy and talk to him and get it and straighten it out. I reached out to him on Twitter, no reply. I sent him my email address in the comments, no reply, nothing. All that was done was this thing was taken out. And what was left were a couple of comments, and I'll address those. And first of all, thank you for doing that. Now, this is what I'm doing. I'm not attacking the guy, because I really want to just clear up some things. And I also really want to say some nice things too. So I hope people will listen all this way through and not just take a little bit of this, which is per usual, okay, because it's the internet. As far as some of the things that were said, the thing that really bothered me and what was going around is that people have been saying that I'm saying just get a piece of graph paper, draw it, and then don't buy the game. It's the farthest thing from the truth. Hey, Robert, how are you? Richard? Farthest thing from the truth. Okay? And Rob fed into it and said a lot of things. He said he watched the video, then he said he didn't watch the video. Well, that's neither here nor there. He edited all that junk out, and I thank him for it. Thank you. Because it was really, I was going to go on here and go through my videos, because I went back and watched my videos. And I pulled up things. I go, wait a minute. Here's a part where I praised the guy to no end. And I did. I went, oh, what's he talking about this? And what's he talking about this? The thing was, and then there have been some assumptions that I hadn't played the game. Listen, I played the game over the weekend, okay? When I had something a lot more important to do. I have a copy. I have everything from Madaria and a whole bunch of extra stuff that they sent, Succubus Publishing, that I'm supposed to be painting to get ready for Gen Con, because it's going to be in display case. It's a lot of pressure, all right, because everybody's going to see that stuff. And we all know, listen, I can kickbox, weightlift, and do a lot of things, but picking up a brush with this arm after this operation is hard as anything. I don't think I've ever hit harder because how they work the tendon, and I don't think I've been ever stronger. And I'm getting stronger and stronger. And, for an old guy, that's great. But to take this into my hand, it's hard. And there's a lot of pressure to do this for Succubus. And I should have been doing that last weekend instead of really going through this game. But I had said some things about this game. It's not so much I said things. There were things that were out there that I presented to my community and said, well, what do you people think? Because this doesn't make sense. And people said, will you do a review? I don't do reviews. Why? Because I'm not good at them. My review originally was an hour and 5 minutes. Got it down to 55 minutes, to 45 minutes, down to 27 minutes. And I filmed it so many different times. And it was frustrating because I couldn't get my point across. But the point I was trying to make with this is the app does so much for you. And you have this incredible visual on the app. The app's amazing. And I'm just not an app guy. When the app takes over the game, that's too much. What I was saying is, instead of taking time to set up all this stuff, and this is what I was trying to say, is I can draw this. I'm an artist, so it takes me not as long, and do my movement there, and then continue my focus on this app. That's not a bad thing. It was completely taken out of context. I could see where people can twist it a little bit. But again, how many times did I say beautiful miniatures, beautiful scenery? I wish I could just focus on the scenery instead of being concentrated on the app. The best way to put it, because I tried to use the comic book thing, and I meant that sincerely, okay, is that for somebody like me, I'd rather hold the comic book than read it on the app. That's exactly what this game was to me. I'd rather play it on that 3D terrain than to play around with the app, even though the app cleans so many things up and does a great job. And Rob said it yesterday, because I tuned in for a little bit to listen to him and Mel. And I'll get to those two soon enough. He said, it's not for everybody, which I've been screaming all along. It's not for anybody. It's like pineapple ice cream. Some people may love pineapple ice cream. I like vanilla ice cream. Does that mean I'm wrong? Just means I like vanilla ice cream and I don't like pineapple ice cream. You're not going to change how I think, and I'm not going to change how you think, and I shouldn't have to. If you love the game, go out and buy it, please. And I never told anybody not to buy the game. Like I said, I'm not going to tell you not to buy the game. I'm not going to tell you to buy the game. I just don't think it's for me. And I don't think, and I wanted to bury it and leave it there. I even had an open forum. Anybody can come in. And I learned something. And the reason I did that open forum was to learn something. I wanted to hear what people thought that didn't agree with me. But constructively, not some of the comments that were left that I delete. Because I'm not a big fan of negativity, but guess what? It happens here just like it happens anywhere else, because we're humans. Because in a perfect world, there would be no negativity, but there always is somehow. It's just how much do you let go? Have I been negative about things? Absolutely, I'm a human being. But so have you, Rob. I've heard your rant about Twitch. Is it Twitch or Twitter? No, it's Twitter. I can't. Technology passes me by. And I hope you'll listen to this whole thing, all right? Because it'll go about 15, 20 minutes, maybe. We're 11 minutes in. And I don't want this to be horribly long, but I hope you listen to it. Okay? You see, I lose my train of thought. I'm still suffering from that thing. Like I was trying to say, I hope you'll listen this all the way through. Excuse me for a minute. Richard, thank you. We got to get you down for a Godzilla. My thing is, with this game, I just didn't care about it. Okay? And that's okay to be different. But like I said, I wanted to be open and listen to what people say. And I didn't want to hear, when somebody gets, oh, you're disgraceful. Really? My way of thinking, because I don't back up, and that's where the negativity comes out. I will not back up. And Rob, you got a receipt coming, okay? You'll come over the border, okay, at some point, and I'll meet you at a con, and I'll look you eye to eye, and either we're going to shake hands or we're going to disagree and go our separate way. I'd rather have you as a friend. I was hoping you'd reach out to me and talk to me. I really would rather have you as a friend. You're at the beginning of your career. I'm at the end. I've got maybe a year or two left, maybe a little bit longer, but I got grandchildren. I don't want to do this the whole time. I've got a dog that's 7 that means the world to me. I want to, she lays here. I want to go play with her. My grandkids in a couple of years are going to want to go, hey, Grandpa, can we go fishing? And I'm going to want to take him fishing. I'm going to want to play kickball with him. And I live in Florida. I'm going to want to take him to Disney World and all this other things. I'm not going to want to be doing this. But you, my friend, have a tremendous amount of talent. And I'll get to that. Let me finish the thing. We had the open forum. And somebody said something that really hit home with me. And it was somebody from the other side. They said, you want to know something? I'm bringing this game in. I go, that's a good thing. That's a fantastic thing. And I've said it all along. If this game makes you happy, oh, that's the best thing for Fantasy Flight. If this is successful, that's the best thing for Fantasy Flight. I just couldn't understand why you would alienate the people that you had with the first and second edition and then say, well, we're going to put Descent on this, but it's not the third edition. It scratched my head. I made me scratch my head. And that's where I got the thing. If you called it Terranoff World, you wouldn't have gotten that much pushback. And Dan, to your credit, this probably in BGG, people wouldn't have been dumping in on it and putting a 1 there, which is just embarrassing. Okay? And this thing probably would be an 8.3, 8.4, 8.5 game. Because I can see it. But to get it back to this person, the person goes, I'm going to bring this game in. And I go, okay, that's great. The reason being is my son sits there and plays Xbox all day. Is on his phone playing games all day. He goes, this game with this app might be the bridge that I can get him to play some board games. Why didn't I think of that? It's brilliant. And I went, thank you for this. I go, this, I can see it now. I can see this a little clearer now. This could be a fantastic bridge to other board games. Maybe not the old ones that I care for. And then other people are going, hey, I'm old too, and I really like this. I do things an old school game way. I wish I could get comic books off a twirly rack, but I know you can't get them anymore that way. I used to buy my models at a drugstore. You can't do that anymore. There used to be a lot of old hobby stores around. They're not there anymore. Things change. Things change. And I fall behind. It's because I was brought up differently. Not everybody was brought up the same way in my day and age. People are a lot more open-minded. Richard, thank you very much. Oh man, you got two coming to you. You got two coming to you, Rich. Two Godzillas. He better give you the music today. So, I think that explains it the best. It's just not for me, okay? But what I don't appreciate is people trying to say, well, if you don't like it, here, and being so aggressive about not liking it. I don't care if you like it or you don't like it. It doesn't matter to me. It's what works for me. Will I come back to it? Yes, I will. But I need to put this on the back burner. Why? Not because I'm tired of all the baloney, because, again, I don't back up. I don't back up. And I'm never going to back up. All right? Do I look like somebody that backs up? Okay? If people want to throw rocks at a machine gun, go ahead. But just be ready for the return. And that's where, Rob had made a comment. Well, there's times he says not to be negative, and then he's negative. Sometimes you got to fight back. Sometimes you just got to fight back. I love Games Workshop. I'm very passionate about it. And they do a lot of things that are just, and you could see it when I have to say something about it, because if I'm not telling you the truth, then what's the point of doing this? And unfortunately, some things are true. There's a lot of games I play I don't like, and I don't make videos about. Okay? I try to keep the negativity to here. Okay? There's something else that he said that really bothered me. Oh, clickbait. Okay? I don't clickbait anything. Okay? I don't intentionally do that. I've done over 4,000 videos, my friend. Okay? And I think on maybe 10 you can consider a clickbait. And I think they've been more recently than anything. That end thing that you were talking about, that was actually taken from a comic book. I couldn't figure out how, without making a long title, so I took something from a Thor book and I wrote it in there. I can see where you see it as, I'm going to be fair, I can see where you can see it as clickbait, but I don't try to clickbait anybody, because I'm not trying to make this a business. I'm not trying to make money on this. I made over $300,000 in my time doing this, and it all went to charity. And to some of you out there, and you know who you are, I've paid your mortgages during tough times. I've helped you with your kids' medical bills, your car payments, all kinds of things, because I believe in giving back to the community. Am I a perfect person? No. I'm out there. And Rob, like you, when I turn the switch on, I don't hold back. I say what I feel. You've done it with Twitter. You've done it with some other things. Okay? And that's okay. I see a lot of similarities between the two of us. So I'm going to say what I want to say right now. And when I said one day our paths will cross, and I hope that we talk to each other before then. I reached out, nothing. I gave it some time, but when I saw the thing edited, again, thank you. And now here's the part where I want to be a heck of a lot more positive. Like I said, I'm coming to the end of my thing. Okay, a couple more years, probably another 2,000 videos or so, and then I want to spend. I want to take. I'm in my 60s. Okay. I'm blessed to be in the 1% of that, where I take pretty good care of myself. I've been through a hell of a year. All right. My memory isn't there. When I try to make videos, I forget a lot of things I want to say and do. And I struggle with a lot of things still because of what I've been through. You know, the loss of the feeling in the arm due to the operation. But stronger, back in the gym, stronger than ever. You and your wife, okay, and I'll get to her in a minute. If I had to say, who was, there's a lot of wife and husband teams out there, okay, and I've seen some of them, a lot of them actually, okay, and everybody tries to be this wife and husband team. You guys are the very best. The very best. And your potential and your talent and the way when I tuned into your channel and I saw and again I want to make something perfectly clear, because you had made some comments in there that you had edited out, that no, he talked to Dan, but he doesn't watch this channel. And you said that you had contacted me and your wife had put some comments in. Your wife, I didn't know it was her, okay? Because when I'm reading the comments, I could barely see them because I have the thing over here, or who it's from. I try to do my best to keep up with things. And if I didn't address her, I apologize. But I think I remember what you were talking about. It was in the Chip Theory Live thing. You said that your wife had watched my videos, and it dawned on me. I go, oh, because I remember the Rob. I go, oh, Rob gaming table. I go, that's kind of like, my name, I think. Oh, that's cool. And I remember what you said, that your wife was watching my videos and I apologize for not remembering that. My memory's gone nowadays, and it has a lot to do with a lot of things. I don't remember things. And in fairness, and Dan will attest to this, Dan and I, something had happened a year or so ago, and he goes, do you remember that, Rob? I go, no. My memory's going. But to get back to the point, you guys are the best. I don't care who has more subscriptions or this, that, and the other. You guys are, first of all, you guys are going to surpass me by a million miles. You guys are going to do very, very well for yourselves. And as you grow your business, it's going to get better and better and better because of the fantastic job you do. The interaction between you and your wife is fantastic. Okay. The production value, how you do things. I was like, wow, I wish I can do that. I wish I can learn how to do the thing where if you want to make a comment, you have to be a subscriber. I thought that was like the coolest thing I ever saw. All right. But I also see a lot of you in me, or me in you, however you want to do it. We will say what we want. We will say whatever we feel at that time. And it's not always right. And it's tough when you have a business. And, this, I'm going to stick to it. This is a dirty business with a lot of dirty people. And I'd rather have good friends that just kind of support each other, but you just do your own thing. And I have a lot of channels that I do that with. And I was hoping to make you one of those friends because I really admire what you do. Your wife, Mel, if you see this, thank you so much. You have no idea how much I appreciate the words that you said, that you watch this thing. Because at the end of the day, I did this for a couple of reasons. I wanted to raise money for charity. I wanted to build a nice little community where I can just, because I have nobody to play with it, but originally it was my kids and I just doing this and having some fun. And it all started with our Death Star. Okay. And we were going to sell it at Tom Vassel's thing. And I joined up with Tom for a while, and then I just went out on my own, and I just wanted to do my own thing and say my own thoughts. and do the best I could to help charities and, if get somebody to pick up a brush. Like I said, I am not a good painter, but if I could have got somebody to pick up a brush, and for you to say, I watched you and do that's very endearing for me. And when this thing was escalating during that part that was edited out, you were the calming influence there, where, wait a minute, this isn't what it is. And I thank you for that as well. I think you're wonderful. I think you do a fantastic job supporting Rob. And boy, if my wife played games, we'd probably kill each other. We've been married a very long time. I wanted to get this off my chest, but I was hoping that we can talk offline. And that didn't happen. For whatever reason. Maybe you didn't get the message. Whatever. It's understandable. And maybe, hopefully, we'll talk in the future at some point. You guys have more potential, and you guys are better than so many, many people. All right? Both as a couple and both singular, because you can go on there for 6 and 7 hours and have this entertaining and wonderful experience with games, and you do a fantastic job. I'm going to say another thing. This game probably wouldn't have done as well if it wasn't for you guys. And if anything, Fantasy Flight should be knocking on your door thanking you. And I really believe that in my heart of hearts. Listen, I'm still a little bent over things. It ruined my wedding anniversary, because I'm like, I can't believe all these lies. But I believe that you went back and you saw and saw that the things that people were saying, or you finally watched the whole video through, you edited it out. And I respect that, and I thank you for it. I wish we talked and just cleared things up in a simple online thing by going, something, just a lot of things that the people said, or I didn't watch the whole thing or whatever. But I did put a lot of time in that game. It just wasn't for me. I couldn't fit it all into that 27 minutes. I really couldn't. Because I ramble on at times. 28 minutes, I'm still rambling. I'm going to read some of the things. I watched this guy's video, but the tabletop hobby is RIF with yes men. Too many people trying to suck. No, I think he does. I think he does a great. I don't think you're saying that about him. Okay, all right. Yeah, it's just a silly opinion over a game that set me back like 5 days. I had this dystopian stuff that I needed to get done for War Cradle Studios. So I did that yesterday. Okay. I've got soldiers in postman uniform I got to put up. Lance sent me something from Gray Fox that he wants me to take a look at and see what I think about. I've got painting stuff. I've got to get working on this Madara, because I have a certain window and I want this to be as good as it can be, because my arm is just not working. So I need to take extra time and extra care, and I'll be streaming this live. Robert says she is also turning into quite a painter. That's great. And I hope she's better than me. And I hope she starts doing painting shows and teaching people and passing it on when I'm gone. And listen, there's a million different painters out there that do a really great job. A really great job. And like I said, Goober Town is like my favorite. Squigmar, Midwinter. There's a couple other people that are very, very, very good. And just in closing, I've during this whole hobby, I've made some mistakes, and I've said some things I wish I could take back. I really do. But I won't take back things like when people have their little Facebook groups, knowing I can't have a Facebook group because of what I do for my job. Okay. And they decide to trash me. I think that's cowardly. And it was a perfect storm that happened between of us, because I was just tuning in to watch you and Mel have a great time with this game. And the more I watch, I go, well, maybe I'm kind of wrong a bit, but it's still not for me right now. Have you turned me a little bit? Yeah, absolutely. Great job. Hello, everybody. Espinoz. During these times, everyone is feeling down and out. No, I feel pretty good, actually. But this is because life is overwhelming today. You find out who you are during this. Okay? You find out who you are. Okay? You're either mentally tough, physically tough, okay? And you fight through things and you make the best out of things. Because I'm going to tell you again, and I say it every single day. And that's why I'm talking about this right now. Tomorrows are never guaranteed. And I mean that. You don't know what tomorrow brings. And Robert, you know something? I'm glad that you watch them and you enjoy them, okay? Because I really think there's something special. I think they're better than a lot of couples out there. Because some of them, if you don't agree with them, they're going to attack you and they're going to come down on you. And then, you know, and stuff like that for just having an opinion that doesn't follow theirs. And then they're going to come up with all these different types of things, which I'm not going to go into, which is just ridiculous. Just keep being fair. And, you know, someday maybe I can tell you all the things that maybe so you don't make the same mistakes that I do, because you like to say what you think, and so do I. But I admire both of you. I think you both are fantastic talents. And I hope you see this. And I hope you know that I really, really think that you guys are going to be so much better than this channel will ever be. And I can see that. I can see that. You know, there are a lot of channels. I don't get to watch a lot of channels. And I'm going to mention it again. I've never watched a video from Shut Up and Sit Down. They're like one of the biggest on the planet. That, no pun intended, I think I seen like half a video or something that they did, and it just wasn't for me. I work a full-time job and then come back and work on stuff here, and the only time I really go check things out is either if Ricky Royal's doing something, who is a personal friend and hero, one-stop co-op shop, because I usually check when I read rules, because I don't comprehend things correctly. If I don't understand something, I'll watch them, because boy, they are glorious. And a couple other channels I discovered. Dale, who does great with card games, helps me understand certain things there. I always follow up watching somebody else to make sure that I get something down right that I may not understand completely, because I'm not great at reading rules. And then when I see it, and then I go back to the book, oh, you know, it's just me not processing it a lot. Especially after what I've been through with this whole pandemic thing. And, you know, I almost lost my life during this thing. And I still have a problem with a lot of things. They said it could take anywhere from 6 months to a year. I'll get through it. I'll fight through it. That's life. That's life. So there you go. I understand why people can't have a different opinion. Well, you know something? And that's why I'll stand my ground. I can have a different opinion. And I may not agree with everybody's opinion. And he has a right not to agree with anything I do on this channel. Okay? I'm going to make sure I kind of defend myself and say, well, you know, okay, that's all right. But here's the truth. Okay? So if things that are said out of this block that was cut out that were very untrue, and I don't want to go into it because it's not his fault. Okay? There's some things that I go, oh, okay, well, that doesn't make sense. And I think that's why maybe that was cut out. And again, Mel, thank you very much for being the more level head during this whole thing. And being very, very kind. It really meant a lot to me. It really did. And thank you so much for watching. And I'm not the greatest painter, and if you continue to watch, you can see how you can overcome you know, some of the things that are going to happen later in life. You guys are young, and you guys got a tremendous future ahead of you. I got a couple more years and then off into the sunset with my grandkids. All right? And I tip a hat to all the great people. I've made a lot of friends in this thing. I made some enemies too, and that's okay. Not everybody's going to like you. It's all right. It's just part of the thing. I think after everything I've been through, I want to try to take things a little more, instead of a bull in a china shop, and be a little kinder. Okay? I've tried to be kind, but you always have that military thing going on, and you always have a lot of things that I'm just a very flawed, headstrong person. I'm a very strong-willed, headstrong person, and sometimes I let my emotions get the best of me. My wife tells me all the time. Okay? And that's just life, folks. That's just life. And this whole channel has been about my life. Okay? You've seen me suffer through some grandchildren that were preemies, the loss of some very dear pets, a little baby pet that was everything. Rodney is my go-to for rules. Yeah, Rodney. I don't want to forget Rodney. I love Rodney. And then the smartest guy in the room is always Joel from Drive Through Review, because he's just so. You know what he said about this guy? Oh, I'm not going to review it. Probably the smartest thing you could do. Nah, I'm not going to review it. Because it's at this height. Because another thing why it's really, really doing well and people are buying it, and this is what I kind of think, and don't hold me to this. What else is out there? This is Gen Con time normally. There's not a lot of games out there, and then this comes out, and it's the only game in town really right now. There's not a ton of things out there. And everybody has opinion about it because it's the only new thing that really is significant old new thing. Now, again, I am praying that at the end flight that they clean up a lot of things and we have some surprises that we were really expecting. I hope nothing but the best for them. But since Asmodee's taken over them and a lot of key people have left, it's kind of taken some weird things. So let's just hope for the best. Let's go on to other things. Like I already mentioned, and again, to you both, I think you are just glorious, and I really hope, that we get to talk at some point. Like I said, I will come out and find you when you finally get down here, and hopefully we'll talk eye to eye. I'd rather do that. That's more my way of doing things. And I can't say that I wasn't a little sore over the past couple of days, and it's not something that's a good feeling. I don't think if I sat here and I trashed you, I don't think it'd be a good feeling for you. Okay, it'd bother you until you can get online and you can say what you had to say. And I wanted to think about it really hard, and like I said, I tried to reach out a few times, and I just wanted to handle it offline, but I wanted to make sure I got my point across. Now with that thing being gone, it changed what I wanted to say, because I was going to sit here and go through the video and show you. No, here's what I really said. Here's what I really said. Here's what I really said. And it's bothering when you get misquoted. And someday it might happen to you, and I don't wish it on you. I wish nothing but the best for you and your Mel, who I just, both of you, I really, even through this, think you guys are something special. I think you're the best team out there because you're not fake. Okay? And there's a lot of fake ones out there. Let's be true. All right, let's be truthful. You said it the other day. Oh, there's good YouTubers out there? Where? I remember that that comment. And in some ways, like I said, every time you ring a bell, there's another YouTuber. It's kind of like the thing that you said about Twitch. Oh, because of the pandemic and everything, that you got all these people that are screaming and yelling and making all these kinds of videos with one person watching. Heck, I even got sore one time because I had seen a video about a game, Mutant Chronicles. Now, I didn't know the history behind Mutant Chronicles because I remember the game by Richard Borg, the original. And they made a mockery, it's all one big joke and everybody talking over each other. And Richard Borg is somebody that lives here in Florida, an old guy that is a legendary presence in this business. And it really bothered me that people, didn't do something respecting the game, because the game's pretty good and it's something I remember from my youth. So I made a video and I said, oh, no, 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 no. You know, when people make a mockery of something and don't do things right, it needs to be done right. And that's why, you know, sometimes I try to do things, and I see your point where this is why we don't do X, Y, and Z, because they just don't do things right. We both have this sense of nobility within ourselves to correct the wrongs. And I admire that. And you're not afraid to say things. Neither am I. Could that clash? Yeah. Or could it make us the best of friends? Could very well be. Let's see what the future holds. So I wanted to clear all that up, and it took me 41 minutes. Now you know why I couldn't do a proper review for Descent. Because I don't shut up. Rob Thomas. Let me read some of these comments real quick, and then we're going to get to some of the things that we're going to talk about that I've got a lot on my shoulders that we've got to handle this week, and I hope you guys tune in and help me out. You also find out who your friends are. I can see that. You're going to find. Listen, I've gotten arguments with people. I grew up in a very tough part of inner city. I was always with my grandmother in the inner city, and one of the things we would disagree with each other, we would fight. I mean, fist fight, punch, kick, bite, and at the end, okay, are we over this? Do we move on? Yep. Okay. You want to go play some baseball? You want to go play some basketball? You want to go play some stickball, kickball? Yeah, come on, let's go. And you forgot about it. And next thing you know, you're number one, you're putting some ice on your head, and you know you're eating an apple together, or you know, my grandmother, Polish woman. You know, food, it was such a sacred thing to us, and it meant so much to us. To give somebody an apple, or she'd bake some babka, or make some gołąbki, and all the kids in the neighborhood, she'd make sandwiches and bring out a whole bunch of sandwiches, you know, for all the kids. And then we go over there, and you know, some places we're making chicken or fruit stands. Food was something sacred because it was very personal to share food with each other, and that's the way it was back in the day. That's how you showed how you felt about people. Let's see. Rob, you're a respectable man. Forget the negative reviews. Oh, I don't worry about that. Really, I don't mind people saying things negative, but make sure that you're saying truthful things. You can not agree with me and say something negative, but be respectful and get your point across without being hurtful. People like to be hurtful. There's been a lot of people that have said things and I go, wow, that makes a lot of sense. I'm not the smartest guy in the room, nor will I ever be. I'm still a novice painter, says Novice John. Just treat myself to 2 sets of Arius Opus brushes, which are really nice. Amazing quality and design. Just worked on zombie bosses and Neil Adams special guest Zombicide. Nice job. Andrew says, great to see you. Great to see you, my friend. I practice painting, and my painting jobs are like 5 out of 10. Well, let me tell you something. I feel my jobs are 5 out of 10. You never like what you do. You're never happy with what you do. I'm watching the time. I want to make sure I get everything in here. One Stop is cool. Yeah, One Stop is really good. I really like them. They've got a great team, and my little friend, Barrett, to this day, I wish we were able to do things together. Things got really busy with work, and some other things happened, not between him and I. I really love that kid. He's very excited, and he just has this natural excitement about him. Is he over the top? Yeah. But I love the kid. We've talked personally, and I really like him. I just don't understand why people can't have different opinions. That's just life. Cool, Vincent. It's great when you see improvement. Yeah, just keep just at it. You get better and better and better, and you learn more things. You never stop learning. It's kind of like being a tech guy or working in a hospital, you're constantly going to school, learning more things. The same thing with painting. You never stop learning. I know there's so many people and opinions coming out from everywhere. You got to find, basically you take everything in, and then you decide what works for you. That's the best thing about YouTube, is that there's so many different opinions. People have a different way of showing things. And if you watch a few of them, there's been times I've been up in the air about a game and I've watched several different things. And I go, nope, that's not for me. Or, oh boy, I wasn't sold on it with this video, but I was sold on it with this video. Okay, I'll bring that in and give it a try. Rodney is my go-to. How could he not be? He's the best. You got your raccoon friend. Yeah, I do have my raccoon friend. It's been very peaceful with my little raccoon. It's something that's meant a lot to me. I really try to. I think as you get older, you try to be more kinder in the world, and you try to love more, and instead of being such a hard ass. And my wife and I were talking about when we first got together. She goes, "You were so cocky, and you were such a jerk at times," and I think it had a lot to do with insecurities. We all feel insecurities. And then life experiences, and then you become less hard when you have children and grandchildren, and you watch things grow up, and your pets, and you try to take care of all the things that matter to you, because the more you love things, the more you open your eyes to who you really are. And you find out, no, I don't have to be this or that. All I have to do is just be me. And you learn a lot of hard life lessons, and life does that to you. Life is a beautiful, beautiful thing, and it's a very, very hard thing. I've always tried to be very open in how I feel and what I say here. This is my little world. I don't have anybody left to play with. I turn on these cameras and I try to give you a presentation of either talking to a bunch of friends at breakfast, like some of you are probably having your coffee and your donuts and your Danish. I had a yogurt, trying to keep the weight where, and I'm keeping a certain weight, and I feel a lot better and a lot faster. It shows in the kickboxing. Where I was just this bull in the woods, boom, boom, boom. Now it's more boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, whoa, where did that come from? Speed kills. And I like being stronger at a lighter weight instead of powerlifting. I think I'm done with powerlifting at 60. You learn a lot of things through life, and that's why I really wanted to make sure that I said what I said and did. Oh, here's this Solar Borg gamer night, okay? And I think you had said something. I watched your video, and I think you were pointing some things at me, buddy boy. So I'll address you in a minute. Hold on here. Hi, Rob, UK viewer here. I was just watching your Siege of Citadel earlier, and glad you were able to put out a positive video on it, even when you weren't doing well. Oh yeah, I was really sick when I did it. I forgot that. Rob, you've been fair and positive is best. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's old school morals and values. Vincent said yes, Vincent. Okay, I think of my painting for the most part. I do find that washes are such make a big difference in bringing out results. Yeah, you're always trying to bring things certain out. Experience definitely change us. Board games are just games. What matter is that we have fun. My other camera's there. No matter other opinions. That's true. But you also went there and you played the game. You had gotten the game on you had gotten the game early. You couldn't play it without the app, which was one of the things I said. You had a piece of cardboard and you did an unboxing, and you did a few other things that you did. And I got mine on a Friday, and you had already put up a video on Friday after playing it for a couple hours, and you're saying I can't see where people are so negative about this. Well, let me clear up. I wasn't negative, because if you looked at my videos and you watched the videos all the way through, I kept on saying I'm not going to make a decision until I get this. Turned out the game was better than I thought, but it was still where I thought it was. Okay, you played it a couple hours and then you had to get a video out there. That's okay. I get it. But to kind of shoot at people a little bit, I think you should have just kept on playing the game and said what you liked about the game. That would have been the best way to do it. And I'm giving you some advice because this is a very hard business to get into, and you're new to it. I think you had 127 subs at the time. Maybe you have even more because maybe you've been playing the game. I haven't watched anything that you've done since. But let me just give you some really good advice, okay? And it's kind of hard to do when you get to my level or Rob's level or a solo level. When people take shots at you, defend your business. But early on, the best thing I can do, and best thing I could tell you, because I learned the hard way, don't worry about what everybody else does. Just do the best to do what you do, and do it the best you can. Okay? Let you be you on your YouTube channel. Because if you really think about it, there's 100 people that did an unboxing. It's the same stuff in the box. What's the difference? You will be the difference. There's 100 people that are playing this game now and putting it up. What's going to be the difference? It's the same first level. It's the same second level. It's the same third level, fourth level. Okay? It's you that's going to be different. It's how you convey the game, show the game, put your personality into the game. That's what's going to make you and help you in this business. So I hope you take this as good constructive criticism. Not criticism, but trying to help you along. Why is Rob selling so many games? Because him and Melanie are doing this a certain way and really making this shine with their own spin and personality on it. That's what's going to make a difference. Not saying, well, I'm different than everybody, and I think it doesn't. Early on, that doesn't get you anywhere. Develop who you are. Shine who you are. And you're going to do, and you'll be fine. You will. Because as you start to learn about it, and as you start to figure things out, okay, you're going to find that you are going to want to buy new equipment, do things differently, do better production, and you're going to be able to do that with the support of a lot of great people. And you'll get there. I promise you. It's a lot of hard work. It doesn't come overnight. It's a lot of hard work, and it's a lot of frustration. Because sometimes you'll make a video that you're going to think is the best video you ever made. The best video you ever made, and nobody watches it. And you're like, oh, I thought this was great. And you'll be frustrated. And then you'll make a video, oh, that was horrible. And then everybody watches it. Who can figure out what people want? But don't play to what people want. Do what you think is the best. And put out the best that you are and who you are. And you'll find that this will be fantastic. And it'll work for you. So just a little bit of free advice. I don't charge for my advice. You can take what you want from it. And if you don't, do it your way. That's the most important thing. Rob, just be is a great attitude. Gotta go, Rob. Keep up the spirits. Thank you, VTP. Yep. You're gonna be someone. There's no better person than being yourself. Great way to put it, my friend. Waiting on Apollo Temple in Delhi, Greece. Detect who you are. Socrates. I know that I don't know. I get it. Nice one. David, how are you? You're definitely not alone, Rob. Not sure if you're following numbers. If you following numbers, but I feel that you have a nice size following here, that you truly enjoy playing through playthroughs and honest opinions, and keep being you. You know, there's an old saying, and I want to hit this real quick. You know, you can lie about anything, okay? And eventually you're going to get figured out. You want to know why? Because it's harder to keep up with the lie than just take the heat for telling the truth. Think about that. If you tell a lie, you got to remember that lie because it's not the truth. It's easier to just tell the truth, get it out, whether somebody likes it or not. Take the heat for it or take the glory for it. But tell the truth. It always makes it a lot easier because it's harder to keep up. It's a lot of work to keep up with a lie. It's a lot of work to keep up with a lie. And who needs that stress? That's why I'm always very, very, very truthful. You're definitely not alone. Okay, I read that one. That's right, Rob. You're a class act, brother. Oh, thank you, Marcella. That's very kind of you. That's 100% right. Camouflage, tumbleweed, het +1. David Sellers, thank you. I was trying to come up with a good comment, but you nailed it, what I was thinking. Solo board gaming night. It wasn't towards you. Okay, that's fair. Everyone seemed to be... I was the only one that was saying any... Me and Tom were the only ones that were saying anything kind of, you know. Everyone seems to be against this game. It reminds me of Newer, a game back in the day. Everyone hated it, but a few that tried it loved it. I'm trying to get people not to miss a fun experience. Good point. Good point. I can see that. But the whole thing is, all you had to do is just make that video and talk about the things that you liked. Don't worry about what everybody else thinks. If you do a good enough job, people see it and people will understand it. And you did do a good job. I thought you did a great job. Tip of the hat to you, my friend. You got some talent there. You got to work on some things. It's going to take a lot of work, and you got to be willing to be frustrated and keep moving forward. Don't go backwards. Keep moving forward. I promise you. You keep doing that, you'll be all right. It's a big, big field out there to get your name out there. So, you know, people, go take a look at his videos. You're in here. There's 57 of you. Go over and take a look at it. Nice kid, young kid. He's got a lot of potential. Okay. See, I want to help you too. I don't want to hurt anybody. I really don't. A couple people I want to hurt. And Rob, if that's being negative, no, that's just being truthful. And you're not one of them, Rob. Trust me. I want to clear things up, but I think we're a lot more alike than you think. Let's get on here. Not 17/ with 63 viewers. Oh, I don't worry about likes, and I don't worry about views, and I don't worry about a lot of things. People love negativity. Of course they do. Of course they do. And I said this the other day. If a kid was saving an old woman from falling in front of a car, or on the other side of the road there was a train wreck, everybody's head would be looking at the train wreck. Okay? Or the ambulance sitting there. Let's use the ambulance, because a train wreck makes a lot of money. If there was an ambulance because somebody fell, they'd be looking to see the ambulance more than the kid that saved the woman from falling and needing an ambulance. That's just life. People love drama. Oh God, I think I'm going to sneeze at some point. Most unprofessional video ever. I'm going to go over my hour time limit. I've been doing really good, but I said an hour to hour and a half. That's okay. Gaming with ADHD. 100% agree with you, Rob. Oh, thank you, my friend. Von Deacon, what's up, brah? No charge advice. Always nice. Love your positivity. No, I'm not always positive. And Rob's right about that. I'm not always positive. I try to be. We all try to be. Love your positivity, Rob. Getting Folklore and Brimstone because of your reviews. Love those games. Love them. And there's other people that don't. You present like you are the bloke down the pub. That's all I ever wanted to be, was the bloke down the pub. Honestly. I've been around this world 4 times. Seen a lot of things. I've seen the sunrise in the Sahara. I've seen the sun set in places that you couldn't imagine. And they all stick with me. It's life. If I can pass a little bit of those experiences on to you, and some of the things I've seen, and maybe help you just one day, that's a great thing. But also, I'm still very, very, very human. And I make a lot of mistakes. Sometimes when I'm negative when I shouldn't be. And sometimes I say things when I should just keep my mouth shut. But then I wouldn't be me. You're a good man. I'm actually older than I sound. 40 years. My God, you sound like a... Well, you're still a kid to me. All right? When I was 20, I was running... I was throwing for 300 and some odd yards in football games and hitting 400-foot home runs. So you're still a kid to me. My kid's a teenager, and I find myself. You sound like you're in your 20s. God bless you. Looking for ways to keep myself entertained. Yeah, it's hard. Then I found board games. Nice job. You're still a kid. You're a lot younger than I wish I was 40. Oh God, I wish I was 40. See, you never know how old people are. Sound like a young kid. But again, doesn't matter how old you are. When you're starting this, sometimes it doesn't hurt to have a little advice. If I could meet you in a pub, that'd be a good day. Thank you, George. That means a lot to me. All right, I want to show some things up top here, because I've gotten way off, and I want to kind of squeeze this down to a couple minutes. I got everything out. I feel a lot better. It's been agonizing, but it's over with. Let's. I want to move on. I want to do some positive things. I want to be positive, with them, and hopefully this is the start of a good friendship. Let's hope. Okay, this here, we've got a lot of things that we're going to be doing. I need to get this done, and while I'm doing the Madara stuff, I'm going to be doing the same things with this. This week, I think tomorrow, we're going to be putting together our group, and I'm going to show you a lot of really, really cool things. Okay, we're really going to go in here, and one of the things that really got me was that in this book here, and I really want to show you, and I bought a whole bunch of stuff from Miniature Market that I think you should go out and try to take a look at. Let me see. And I want to show you. First of all, I bought a whole bunch of dice. We're going to do a dice game because I've been rolling horrible, and they had these like really cool new dice. So you're going to see a video during the week about a ton of dice that I just picked up. Now, I bought some things for that I need to paint up real quick for Targa. I want to use these as the things there, the pylons, because you can't find the pylons, and it's one of the few things that I'm missing. So I went to Miniature Market, and in their tiny terrain, I was able to get these pylons for like $1, a lot cheaper than what you think. Now for Stargrave, okay, there is a planet of crystals. So you can go out, I gotta paint. The only thing I gotta paint are these. There's some green ones too that I already own, but I wanted to make a planet full of crystals, okay, as one of the things that I want to do. And I think I went out and I bought like a ton of these crystals. Okay, all this combined maybe cost me less than $20, somewhere in there. So here's another one of these pylon things. Another pylon. See, I bought a whole bunch of them. I got them real cheap. And let's see, what else did we get here? Okay, let me pull all this stuff out. This is a crystal, is it? Oh no, I got a generator. I got some computer terminals. I've got a, what did I call this? Power cell. I'm gonna do a mission where they have to destroy power cells. I got an escape to a shuttle. This is a shuttle. I got another power cell. Let me show these to you. Another generator, small generator. Come on, I know I got another generator point. Another computer terminal. So I'm going to make a room full. A power cell thing. Let's see, did I miss anything? No, the rest is all this really cool dice. We're gonna have a roll-off. We're gonna have a roll-off game showing off this new dice. Hopefully I can start rolling. So I got all this stuff. Tomorrow we're gonna talk about it. The red ones look a lot like giving us the bird. Yeah. Hey. You're Ichiban. So these things are really, really cool. These large, tiny terrain things, and you can get these at Miniature Market. Okay, and let me take one. Let me take one of these terminals. I really like these terminals and these power cells because I've really got some stuff that we are going to do some really cool battles in. It's kind of hard to see because it's white, but really neat. I'm going to paint these up. They're going to be glorious. Glorious. All right. So we've got all this. Go to Miniature Market, Tiny Terrain, and you're going to see a lot of cool stuff. We're going to be talking about this more tomorrow, as I'm going to do a live thing, and we're going to put our group together, and then we're going to come up with our first scenario, and then I'm hoping Thursday afternoon that I hope to be doing live stuff, because I already got the pre-painted miniatures and all that stuff, and I'm going to show you where you can get miniatures for this and things like that to really showcase this. Another thing that you can do with the same stuff that I'm going to be showing you is 5 parsecs from home, which we will be doing very shortly, the 3rd edition of this. Okay, so that's that. All right, trying to move along here. All right, good morning from Northern Virginia. The other thing here, I don't have a bunch of flyers. I got to get more of the flyers. I finished up all this stuff. You're going to see some videos Monday and Tuesday on this. This is a tremendous game. I really want to make sure that you guys understand how great this is and how quick it is to paint up. The problem is putting it together. It's a little tough, but if you go online and you download their instructions, boom, 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 boom. Got everything done yesterday. I'm going to take some pictures of this in a little while, put this up on Instagram and on Twitch. Yeah, no, Twitter. So we'll be able to showcase a lot of this stuff, which I think you'll really, really enjoy. All right. All right. On the building table, working on terrain for Frostgrave to host a barrage gaming convention. That's cool. Got to run, Rob, but enjoyed the stream this morning. Thanks. You're welcome, Camouflage Tumbleweed. Thank you so much. All right, so that's Britannia, so they're all ready to go. I finished up the Constitution last night. Let me pop this out. And like I said, you'll see videos on how to do this and just talking about how cool these things look. And they all fit back in the box, and here we go. There we go. And you know, I got a lot of stuff coming this week. I got bolt action coming. I've got it's overwhelming at times. Dystopian Wars. I have the 2nd edition ships, and are they compatible? This is the 2nd edition. This is from War Cradle Studios. You can probably use the old ships if you wanted to. You just have to download the rules for them and the sheets for them. They don't come with the sheets unless you get the starter box, which I have. And here's some of the terrain that we're going to be using at sea, so it's going to be hard to maneuver and stuff like that. I can't wait to show this to you because it's such a fun system. And it's a lot of fun, and it has a lot of depth because it kind of ties in with their Wild West Exodus, which is glorious, and we're going to get to that as soon as I can get through this Madara stuff. So just a really lot of great things. I want to get these 2 videos up, and then next week I think we'll do the live playthrough of this. I got to get this in. I have to. I've been testing it, making sure I understand it. There are a ton of things going on here. Oh, okay, hold on. I gotta put these in whatchamacallit. So just a lot going on. The board is beautiful. DVG, how can you go wrong? Another great game as always. I gotta put this on the bottom there. There we go. All right, so we'll be playing this live. Okay, so I've been reading this, kind of walking myself through things a little bit, trying to figure things out. Really looks good. I'm hoping to do this live Tuesday. Wednesday we'll be live with Madara, but I'll be getting everything prepped for Wednesday's paint through for a bit. I really want to get this done and shipped back out to him by the 1st of September. I hope I can get it done. We'll see. I can't guarantee that. I have to the 16th, but if you are going to Gen Con, you're going to be seeing that stuff that we're painting here. It'll be in the display case, and you'll be able to play with it, I believe, live at Gen Con, because Succubus Publishing will be having live plays there, and I believe that they'll be using some of the stuff that I painted. So enjoy. There you go. I mean, what more can I say? Cool. I just got this in the mail this week, Raider fan. Yeah, I can't wait to do it. We're going to do it live here. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. 1st FedEx Battalion. Very cool. Very cool. Wild Age. Brimstone Rocks, thanks for the recommendation. I'm glad you like it. You know, I recommend a lot of stuff, but in the long run, it's how you enjoy it. That's the most important thing. You may like what I like. I'm not for everybody. I really ain't. I'm really not. And a lot of games aren't that I like. Okay? There are things that Tom like that I don't like, and there are things that I like that Tom doesn't like. And Tom's Mount Rushmore. Does that mean that he's, his opinion means more? I respect his opinion a lot more than I would mine, but it doesn't matter. Not everybody's tastes are the same. What did you pick up with the GMT sale? I did not. I didn't get anything from the P500 that qualified, unfortunately. I enjoy your reviews from Iowa. Thank you, Rick. That means a lot to me. It really means a lot to me, everything that you guys say, and being able to open this up and talk with you guys each and every chance I get. I think you guys are special, and I love welcoming you into my home. All right, now, before we go here, we've got a couple of see you laters to handle here. Godzillas. We got a couple of Godzillas. Thank you for the donations. I really appreciate it. I got to get going here. We got about an hour. We're in an hour and 14 minutes. I got everything off my chest, and I feel a lot better. You should try Veil Wrath from All or Nothing Productions. Well, Raider fan, if you go check in the back, you'll see I did a live play of it, because it's sitting right there. And I did a live play of it. Check it out. I had a lot of fun with it. Great game. All right, let's do this. Okay, let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. I think Rick hit us twice with a donation, and I want to thank him so much. Rick Galati, Richard Galati. Richard, thank you so much. The app should assist the game, not run them. There's a lot of apps that do a lot of great things. And I think Rob was naming off a bunch of them. I thought the UFO one was really cool. I gotta bring that game back in. I thought, what was the other one that I really liked? Destinies. The couple of times I played it and I raved about it, I thought it was really good. But then I realized, why did I paint this? Because most of it is focused on the app. It told a fantastic story, and And then I realized that the app was doing more than putting all the tiles out. So that kind of fell a little bit for me. There was a game that he mentioned. Matter of fact, my son mentioned Yoho the other day. And he says, that was really cool. Too bad it didn't work. I know. We had such a problem with it. And I'm trying to think. There was something else that had an app that I really, really liked that assisted a couple things. And then they say they homebrew apps now, and there's all this great stuff out there. I'm just an old guy that just can't keep up with technology. I really can't. Shame on me, especially when I turn on the camera. I got to do a better job keeping up with things. I really do. But I can't change who I am. There you go. All right. Because I'm not saying that a lot of people are wrong. I'm not saying they're right either. All right, Richard. You hit us twice. Thank you, my brother. Let's see what Godzilla has to say about this. Here's the first one. $5 from Richard. Come on, G. Give it to him. Come on, man. Come on. All right. Come on. Give it to him this time. Maybe he just wants to give it all to you at once. Yes! There we go. He got the music. Thank you, G. Thank you, my brother. If you guys are referring to Descent, there are some bugs going on. I believe there are some reports on BGG and Steam. I don't want to talk about that game anymore. I really don't. I hope people enjoy it. I hope they fix the bugs. I'm sure they will. There's a lot of people that are playing it that are having a great time, and that's the most important thing at the end of the day. And I want it to do well for FFG. I really do. All right, hour and 17 minutes. That's enough. Don't you think? Cards and dice. I was going to say Candace. See, that's what happens when I don't put the things. Apps. Again, there's such a variance. There's no easy way. There's one way of thinking and there's another way of thinking. It depends on which one you fall into. It almost seems like there's no middle of the road. Even if you look at BGG when it comes to app games, it's either people are 10s or 1s. And I don't think the 1s are fair, and I don't think the 10s are fair all the time. I think it's somewhere, things are somewhere, if the game's good, somewhere above. If the game's bad, somewhere below. But it shouldn't be hated, as long as it works. The only thing I'm disappointed with is that you really can't play Golem Arcana that well anymore. I used to like all the things. Now you got to try to make things, and it just really becomes very, very, very hard. My son and I really liked that game, but again, this was a game that you were doing a lot of stuff on whatchamacallit. We were looking more at the screen that we had because we had the thing that ran to the monitor, so we could watch and look at the board at the same time. It kind of took things away. I developed something where you kind of work from the card, and I wrote down some rules, and we'll be talking about that in a couple of weeks. Harebrained schemes. I really, when I went back and I read things more, like I was really angry that I couldn't play it because somebody had sent it and I was going to do a video of it, and now you got to send it away, and we're going to try to raise some money for charity for it. But I think when you read and they said, "Wow, we didn't make enough money and we just can't support it. We took a loss here." Well, how can you fault them for taking a loss? It just didn't take off. But I think you should have kept up with the thing and just let people play. Sometimes, whatever. Wife and I are going to play Cobble and Fog after your stream. Have a good day. Well, thank you, Rob. And you have a nice day, too. All right, I'm going to go watch some football. Okay. English football. My glorious United won yesterday, 5-1. Pogba decided to come play for once. I hope we don't sign him. I hope we sell him to PSG or someplace. And we take that money and get some people that want to be consistent. Okay, that's something negative. That's only because I love United so much. But we had a good start. We'll see how long that lasts. They've got to be consistent. We'll see what happens. I miss the old days with Fergie. And well, even before that, we had some tough times. But hey, we're Man United. Glory, glory. Everyone, have a glorious day. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching this. And again, like I said, I feel better. I got everything off my chest and said what I had to say. And that's about it. Have a great day. Have a wonderful time. I will see you this week. We got a very, very busy week. I'm not looking forward to it because I gotta do so much. I will be playing Dwellings of Everdale. I gotta pick that up. I still don't have it, but right now it's on eBay for like $300 and something, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. All right, love you all. Have a great day. To the world, you may be one person, but to one person, you may be the world, and you guys are my world. Thank you for being kind, and thank you for being in here and understanding and listening to me ramble for an hour and change. Have a great day, and we will talk to you soon. You all are fantastic and wonderful. And we'll talk to you soon. There we go.